At the beginning of the film, we learn that after exhausting many of Earth's resources, humans decided to search for another planet to inhabit. Space scientists began exploring new planets. During this journey, they discovered that humans were not the only ones to have made significant progress. Other alien species in the universe were also searching for a new planet to live on. This led to a war between humans and aliens in space over the right to claim the planet. Humans had large space stations, and similarly aliens attacked one of these stations. To defend it, some space rangers went out to fight in their space rockets. Among the space rangers, we meet a highly capable ranger named David. He destroys many of the aliens' space rockets. When he sees an alien rocket destroying his own, he decides to pursue and finish off that rocket. The alien rocket tries to escape, but Davidge follows closely behind. Finally, Davidge successfully attacked the alien space station. But in all this madness, he lost track of his position and ended up on another planet. Due to a collision with something, his craft crashed. Before the crash landing, he saw that his attack on the alien's craft had destroyed the rocket, but the alien had landed safely using an emergency capsule. On the other hand, Davidge experienced a very rough crash landing which resulted in the death of his companion. This was a deserted and barren planet. All of his craft and communication equipment had been destroyed, leaving him with no way to call for help. For a while he wandered aimlessly. Then he spotted the alien's rocket a little distance away. After burying his companion, he immediately moved toward the alien's rocket. Davidge discovered a special kind of liquid in the alien craft that ignites like petrol. He continued searching for the alien, viewing him as an enemy and wanting to kill him. A little further ahead, he saw the alien. He wanted to shoot the alien with his gun, but as soon as he took the right position to aim, the rocks under his feet slipped and he barely escaped falling. The alien became alert from the noise and Davidge hid. For many hours, Davidge stayed hidden, waiting for an opportunity to kill the alien with his knife. Unfortunately, he did not get a chance. He noticed that the alien was eating some green balls from his rocket. That was his food. Suddenly, it started raining and the alien went into the water to enjoy the rain. While the alien was bathing, Davidge seized the opportunity to approach the alien's rocket. He took out the fuel from the alien's rocket and set it on fire by putting it in the water. Now he was happy, believing he had killed the alien. Davidge was also very hungry, so he decided to go to the alien's rocket to pick up the green balls and eat them. However, as soon as he touched the alien's rocket, he received a very strong electric shock. The alien had saved Davidge's life by keeping him away from the rocket. It was revealed that the fire Davidge had set did not harm the alien because the alien's skin was not like human skin and could not be burned by ordinary fire. While Davidge was unconscious, the alien tied him up and then ate the food. When Davidge regained consciousness, he tried to communicate with the alien. Although they did not share a common language, the alien could understand some human languages. Davidge's condition was worsening due to hunger, so he asked the alien for food. The alien did not give him any of his own food but offered him a strange insect to eat. Davidge was reluctant, but knowing he would die if he didn't eat, he had no choice but to consume it. Suddenly, meteors began raining down from the sky. These fireballs could burn them both, so the alien retreated to a cave to protect himself. Before leaving, he cut the ropes binding Davidge's feet, giving him a chance to save himself. Although the alien could have left Davidge tied up or killed him, he chose not to. When he was inside the cave, Davidge managed to free his hands during the night. He considered killing the alien but hesitated, remembering that the alien had also saved his life. Instead, he quietly left the cave. The meteor shower had stopped, but the meteors had damaged the alien spacecraft. With the current no longer active, Davidge began stealing food from inside the alien's craft. Just as he was about to take and eat the food, the alien appeared from behind intending to kill him. Davidge was terrified when he saw the alien. He pleaded with the alien, saying, "Please don't kill me. This planet is very dangerous. If we want to survive, we need to help each other rather than kill each other. There is no one else here except us." Davidge then suggested, "Where I crashed there was a jungle. We should go there. It offers better chances for our survival." Although the alien did not fully trust Davidge, he had no other options and reluctantly began moving toward the jungle with him. The alien treated Davidge almost like a servant, giving up all his belongings. They traveled on foot to the jungle, encountering various types of animals along the way. Some resembled tortoises, while others were strange hunting snakes that dug holes to hunt their prey. Upon reaching the jungle, their primary concern was the possibility of another meteor shower that night. To prepare, Davidge worked hard all day to build a shelter by cutting wood. Unfortunately, despite his efforts, the shelter collapsed in an instant. The alien made fun of Davidge when he saw the collapsed shelter. Despite this, they had no other options and decided to stay together, understanding that their survival depended on cooperation. Without a shelter, they had to spend many nights exposed, constantly fearing another meteor shower that could endanger their lives. Over time, the alien began to learn Davidge's language. Davidge hunted animals, such as the tortoises they had seen before, to provide food for both of them. One day, while Davidge was hunting, he accidentally fell into a pit. This pit had been made by the hunting animals. As soon as he fell, one of the animals attacked him, grabbing his leg and pulling him into the mud. Davidge screamed loudly, and the alien heard his cries. At the right moment, the alien used his weapon to kill the animal and rescue Davidge. However, Davidge was severely injured and the alien had to tend to his leg. As a result, Davidge thanked the alien and their friendship grew stronger. Time passed, and they continued hunting animals. One day, after a successful hunt, Davidge came up with an idea. Using the animals he had hunted, he decided to build a shelter. This time, with the strong materials he had, Davidge succeeded in constructing a sturdy shelter. This was a significant achievement for him, as it greatly increased their chances of survival. If a meteor shower occurred, they would have a safe place to take refuge. A few days later, a meteor shower began. They quickly ran toward their shelter, but because Davidge's leg was injured, he struggled to keep up. The alien helped him, but not very efficiently. Despite their injuries, they managed to escape from the meteors and reach the shelter. Once they were safe inside, Davidge scolded the alien, saying, "You are so lazy and useless. Look at how hard I worked for you, and you took so long to get me here. If we hadn't arrived on time, we would have died." Since Davidge had learned some of the alien's language, he was able to argue with him in that language. As the night grew heavy, Davidge decided that he would not stay there any longer. He planned to find a way to escape and reach a safer place. The alien refused to join him, but when Davidge asked for the reason, the alien remained silent. Before leaving, Davidge told him, "I will definitely come back for you. But I can't stay here now. I have decided to leave." It had been almost a year since they had been on the planet. Before departing, the alien asked Davidge, "What if you don't come back?" Davidge responded, "If I don't return, you should assume that I'm dead." Davidge then set out on his journey. He wandered alone on the planet for many days without finding a suitable place. As time passed, the planet's weather changed and winter arrived. Eventually, Davidge came upon a location where he discovered a lot of human artifacts. Seeing this, Davidge was very happy as he realized that humans must also be living here and might save him. A little further, he came across the skeletons of aliens. This sight frightened him, and he moved on. He then discovered a mining factory that he decided to explore. Inside, he saw that humans had been extensively mining the planet and had enslaved the aliens to do the work. This discovery terrified Davidge as he thought about his alien friend. He couldn't bear to see his friend as a slave to such humans. Before the humans could find him, Davidge decided to return to his friend. However, he did not reveal the truth to the alien. Upon arriving, Davidge discovered that the alien was very sick and found out that it was pregnant. This troubled him greatly. The alien then explained that they are hermaphrodites, meaning they possess both male and female traits. After a certain age, they give birth to their own offspring and then die. Davidge was deeply saddened by this revelation but chose to spend the alien's final day with him. Davidge began taking good care of the alien. The alien even made some clothes for its child. One night, a massive animal attacked them so large that it could swallow the alien whole. When the alien shouted, Davidge woke up and with great effort saved the alien from the creature. He distracted the animal and threw a burning fire into its mouth, causing the animal to die in agony. Davidge and the alien then escaped and ran away from the danger. It was very cold. After traveling a little farther, they found a new cave to stay in. The alien thanked Davidge and shared some heartfelt words. The alien asked Davidge to name its child Xenis and, if possible, to take Xenis to its home planet. The alien wished for its child to live on the planet it could not return to and to avoid the hardships it had experienced. Davidge promised that if he managed to escape, he would indeed take Xenis to the alien's planet. 2 days had passed since this event. We learned that the alien had a child, and as soon as the child was born, the alien was killed. Davidge was deeply saddened by the alien's death, but he found a new purpose in his life. He was determined to raise the little alien and take it to its home planet. Davidge cared for the child with great affection like his own, and shared everything with it. He told the child about his origins, the war and the circumstances of the alien's death. Whenever the child asked why they were so different, Davidge explained their differences and the story of their journey. Davidge carefully explained to the child, "Look, you and I are from different planets. That's why you have 3 fingers and I have 5. Davidge taught the little alien the alien language as much as he knew. Over time, the child began to understand that Davidge had been trapped on this planet for many years and wished that both Davidge and the child could return to their respective planets. Days passed, and one day a space station arrived in their area. Davidge recognized that it was the same People's Space Station he had encountered before. Davidge recognized that this was the same space station that used to mine on the planet. He knew that if the humans saw the little alien, they would enslave him. To prevent this, Davidge quickly took the child away from the area. However, the little alien, upon realizing that humans from Davidge's planet had arrived, thought that maybe they could help Davidge return to his planet. Driven by this hope, the child went to the mining area and discovered that all the aliens, including those like him, had been enslaved by the humans. When the little alien saw this, tears filled his eyes. He was deeply distressed because Davidge had always treated him with kindness and care, unlike the way the humans were treating the other aliens. Unfortunately, 2 people noticed the little alien and captured him as well. Despite the child's attempt to escape, the humans began to torture him. Soon after, Davidge received news of the child's disappearance and suspected that the alien would be in the mining area. Determined to rescue him, Davidge armed himself and went to the mining area to find Xenis. To save Xenis, Davidge attacks one of the men. However, the sound of the gunshot alerts the other man, who hears the commotion. Davidge, mistakenly thinking the man is an enemy, kills him. We know that those who died while mining were sent into space via a space station. In this process, when Davidge's body is sent, the workers check his tag. They find that he does not have an identifying tag that would indicate he was a worker there. However, he does have a locket around his neck, a locket given to him by the alien. As the workers began to remove the locket from Davidge's neck, he suddenly regained consciousness. He grabbed one of the men by the neck, revealing that he was not dead. The workers quickly realized that Davidge was alive and immediately took him for treatment. Upon discovering his identity, they learned that Davidge was a space ranger who had arrived 3 years ago during the war and had been stranded ever since. They were astonished by his survival. Davidge was then sent back to his space station aboard a space rocket, from where he had departed for war in his spacecraft at the start of the movie. Davidge's colleagues are overjoyed to see him alive. Davidge shares the story of the alien and insists that he must return to the planet to save Xenis. However, his colleagues are not supportive of his decision and try to prevent him from going. Undeterred, Davidge destroys a section of the space station, commandeers a spacecraft, and heads back to the planet. Upon arriving at the mining area, he begins asking the other aliens working there about Xenis. Since Davidge knew the alien language, the aliens were able to understand him easily. However, none of them were willing to tell him about Xenis because they viewed humans as enemies. As Davidge sat in sadness for Xenis, the aliens began to realize that he was not their enemy. Recognizing that Davidge was Xenis's uncle, they provided him with the location where Xenis was being held in a jail. When Davidge attempted to rescue Xenis, he was captured by the workers at the mining facility. In his effort to save Xenis, Davidge engaged in a fight with the workers. Davidge struggled to fight for long, as he was outnumbered by the workers. Fortunately, his fellow space rangers arrived in their spacecraft to assist him. Seeing Davidge's courage also inspired the enslaved aliens, who then gathered the courage to fight back. Together, they managed to defeat the remaining humans. Davidge successfully rescued Xenis and felt a deep sense of satisfaction. Now, with his own spacecraft available, Davidge prepared to leave the planet. Davidge decided to fulfill his promise to his alien friend by taking Xenis to his home planet. He brought Xenis to his planet along with his fellow space rangers. Davidge's actions inspired a newfound respect and love for humans among the aliens. He explained to them that there was no point in fighting, as the galaxy is vast and there must be many planets suitable for living. They only needed to find them. The aliens came to understand this perspective, leading to the beginning of peace between humans and aliens. With this, the movie concludes.